From the author of many books, to being featured on many popular TV shows, to being worth close to $4.1 billion, Richard Branson is the American dream. Virgin founder and veteran entrepreneur Richard Branson is one of the most smartest men in the world. He's developed a lot of techniques for curing a lot of things and problems that we face day to day, but you may be asking yourself, what are some secrets he has? What are some tips he can maybe give me? Well, in today's video, you're gonna find out. What's going on, guys? JT here with the Business Hub. Welcome back. Make sure if you do click on this video, the moment you do, pause it up, let the good quality load in, leave a like, and subscribe if you haven't. Also, if you're a new subscriber, make sure to let us know in the comment section down below by saying you subscribed. That way you could be on our monthly shout out giveaway where we choose a couple of you guys to shout out and pretty much make sure that you guys are keeping it good and living life. Now guys, let's get into today's video, the 10 secrets you didn't know about Richard Branson. Richard Branson is a mysterious man. He has a lot of secrets he doesn't really like to share, and to be honest, if I was him, I wouldn't share a lot of them too. I mean, why would you want to share the secrets that have helped you generate billions upon billions of dollars to your name? Well, he's given us a couple, and I'm actually here to share a good amount with them. Starting off, we have frustration is inspiration. Now, it may seem weird that I'm saying that. You don't want to be frustrated because then it leads to bad thoughts and you get kind of sidetracked. Well, once upon a time, an airline founder that actually disliked flying, but as Richard Branson explains, this is what led him to want to create Virgin in the first place. If you guys don't know Virgin, it's an airline company. They also have a gaming company that's generated millions of dollars. Personally, I've loved it. But anyway, getting off topic, he says the experience was a miserable one. There was no entertainment. The food was dreadful and the staff generally didn't smile. They were old planes. So, out of sheer frustration, he thought, let's get a secondhand 747 and give it a go. And Virgin Atlantic was born. Now, if you guys have ever flown Virgin Atlantic, it's actually one of the more expensive airlines compared to Spirit and JetBlue. It's actually kind of like a charter luxury plane. So, Mr. Branson really kind of started the whole thing of first class, even though it was a thing, but he kind of popularized it, made it seem like, and made it accessible to people like us in the middle class or the lower class, that you can afford tickets on it, maybe a little more pricey than JetBlue or Spirit, but you're gonna have a good time regardless and really enjoy the airplane flying experience. Next, we have you need great products, but the best ones actually. Branson has had failures alongside his successes. Remember Virgin Cola? He said he learned his lesson thorough, and very thoroughly he did. Virgin only releases things now if they pass a particular test. Ever since then, we've never launched anything unless we feel like we are head and shoulders above the competition, Mr. Branson says. He makes sure that the products are up to date, up to standard, and they're going to pass FDA certifications. Now, if those do apply to the product, he says it will go through a test which he deems as the fun test. He wants to make sure that the products are fine and that kids of all ages and people of all ages would love it too. He says he doesn't ever put a product out there that he doesn't think he would like if he was the consumer. So you kind of get the academics and the brain power behind this guy and kind of get the thought process that goes on inside his very smart, may I add, brain. Next, we have flexible working is key. A well-known advocate for modern working arrangements, Branson believes a people-first approach to human resources is the key to getting most out of your workers, yourself, and therefore your business. If you're working as hard as you say you are, your business is going to thrive. If you're just working for show, kind of, lollygagging around, I'd say, and pretty much crapping off in the corner, you're not going to be any successful more than the other person next to you doing the same thing if they're working harder than you. You have to make sure you're always working and you have a flexible schedule that allows you to adjust to certain changes within the company. Branson says, I've always worked from either a houseboat or an island. I've never worked from an office, and I'm sitting here now in a hammock looking over the sea and running a small empire with 90,000 people, he said, presumably with a view. He's talking, of course, about Virgin Airlines and how he manages it from pretty much the comfort of his own place. He says he doesn't like the office feeling because it feels like he's, kind of an adult, and he says he doesn't really ever want to grow up even though he's very old right now. I kind of get his thought process on this, and I kind of respect it too, to be honest, because if you think about it, you want to work in a work environment where you're the most comfortable. Sometimes that may not be an office, so don't feel pressured even if your company refuses, pretty much make you work outside the office. They want you to stay in that office chair. Do something to liven it up. Maybe get a standing desk, maybe have parties or certain game nights for your employees, pretty much to build a certain bond. Pretty much he's saying that if you're flexible and working, you're going to be pretty much successful. You're going to be overall successful and happy with your job. Coming up next, we have the notebooks are old school, but they're great. Virgin's founder can probably afford an auto-dictating smartphone, but prefers to go old school, instead carrying a notebook with him everywhere he goes. Why is that, you must wonder? If I'm on a Virgin plane, he says, I will get out of there, talk to staff, talk to the customers, and that's feedback ends up making a company exceptional, he says. If you don't write things down, you don't get them sorted. Now, though pen to paper is kind of old school, but from personal experience, I can tell you it works presumably very, very well. It's actually a lot better than having someone write it out for you, because usually when you write things, you put pen to pad or pencil to paper, however you want to look at it, it actually registers in your brain a lot quicker than typing it up or having someone else write it or writing it down your phone, because you're actually going through how to spell the word, you're thinking about the word as you're spelling it, etc., etc. This is a great way to approach it, Mr. Branson says, because notebooks are old school, but they're great. Simply put, it makes writing down ideas, executing a plan very, very easy. And to be honest, a lot more people could learn from Mr. Branson on this aspect of the business. Last but not least, we have Delegate. Pretty much without going into too much deep management lingo, delegation is crucial. Not one person can shoulder everything, so make sure you've established a team around you and your business that can help you achieve your goals. It's very, very imperative. Entrepreneurs, once you've got a company up and running, replace yourself in the office and move out of the office. Let that person run the company, and then because you're not there, you're not going to offend anybody if someone turns up wanting to see you and take up your time. Now, what he's saying here is if you get very successful at the company you're running, don't limit yourself to that office building. Expand. Hire maybe a friend or someone who's earned your trust in that company to run the spot you were in and keep on growing. Make sure to delegate with them, because if you don't, you're never going to get anywhere in life. You're going to always stay in that small office that you may own and make 6 figures, but think about it. If you can expand that office to 10, you'll be making 7 figures within a year. That's what he's talking about when he's talking about delegating. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe on it. Guys, this is JT with the Business Hub signing off, and as always, see you guys later.